All right, we're back. Day 9 math video part 2. So now we're in the independent section where we are going to use our doubling the known fact skill that we just talked about. And we're going to write the product and do it for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Number 2 says it wants you to find the answer for 3 times 7. And then it wants you to find the answer for 3 times 7 again. So it wants you to do that twice. 3 times 7, you can either count 3 sevens or 7 threes. The answer is 21. And then they want us to do it again here. Again, the answer is 21. And what they want us to do is they want us to take these two and write what math fact we are solving using these doubles. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, okay, 3 times 7, 3 times 7. If I put the threes together and double them, that gives me 6. Now, I don't want to double both numbers. I don't want to double my threes and my sevens. I'm only going to double one. I'm either going to say that this is 3 and 3 make 6 times 7, or I'm going to say it's 7 and 7 make 14 times 3. I am not going to say 3 and 3 make 6 times 7 and 7 make 14. And the reason we're not doing that is because if we are doubling the 3 times 3, the times 7 is staying alone. Let me show you what I mean by that. If I have an array of 3 sevens, whoop, and there's whoa, okay. We're going to count that as one dot. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. If I have an array that is 3 times 7 like this, 3 down and 7 across, and then I make a second array of 3 times 7, so 3 down, 3 rows of 7. And one more. Okay, if I do that, then, and I put them all together, right? What I end up with is, I'm going to highlight, not 3 going down, but 6 going down. And what about my across? Wait a minute. The across didn't get bigger. When I put these two arrays together, because I put them together one on top of the other, my array got longer, but it didn't get fatter. It just got longer, which means where there used to be a 3 times 7 and a 3 times 7, now that I've smushed them together, I have 6 going down, but it didn't get any fatter, so it's still 7 across. The across did not change. So I don't want to, when I come over here to write my new fact, I don't want to say 3 and 3 make 6, 7 and 7 make 14, because take a look. My arrays did not grow this way. Yes, when I put them together, it grew lengthwise. It turned from 3 and 3 to 6, but the 7 hasn't changed. It's still 7 across. All right, that's why the 7's not going to change at all. The 7 stays the same. When I stacked the second array underneath it, I just made it longer, not fatter. So only one of these is going to be joined together. So the 3 and the 3 times 3, or 3 plus 3 turned into a 6. And the times 7 is just going to stay times 7. Now, I know that I can solve this 6 times 7 by counting up all these dots but I don't have to. I already know that 3 times 7 was 21. If I take that 21 and double it, then I can find the answer to 6 times 7. And that's the point of the entire lesson today. Trying to find the answer to a harder question like 6 times 7 using our doubles. 6 can be broken down into 3 plus 3. 3 sevens is 21, plus another 3 sevens is 21. And if I add those together, then I get what? 1 plus 1 is 2 in the ones place. 2 plus 2 is 4 in the tens place. 42 is my answer. I could count all the dots if I want to, but I don't have to. I can use my doubles. All right, we're going to try this again because I feel like a little bit more practice is definitely not a bad thing here. What we're going to do is we're going to make an array of 3 times 3. Let's make that a little bit fatter so we can see those dots better. 1, 2, 3, and again, 1, 2, 3, and again, 1, 2, 3. Now I have to make another array of 3 times 3. So this time I'll do it in a different color. Let's go with green. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you guys can make yours a little neater than I am. Now I've made my 2 arrays of 3 times 3. My first array of 3 times 3 equals 9, because 3 threes is 9. My second array of 3 times 3 also equals 9. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to put those arrays together. Now remember, when I stacked my arrays on top of each other, my array got longer, which means these 2 3s got added together to make 6. So I'm going to go ahead and add these 2 3s together to make 6 for my multiplication problem at the bottom. But did my array get fatter? No, my array did not get fatter. Take a look at my array. My array is still only 3 going across the top. I still only have 3 going across, which means that this 3 right here, let's change that to green. This 3 here, that's not changing. So I'm going to write that as still times 3, right? Still times 3. These 2 3s got added together, as you see going on right here. But these 2 3s did not get added together. Going across the arrays, nope, I didn't add an extra 3 going this way. Nope, I just stayed a 3. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what 6 times 3 is. Could I count all these dots if I wanted to? Yes, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use my doubles rule. If 3 3s is 9, and another 3 3s is 9, then 6 3s is going to be 9 plus 9. So I'm going to add those 2 9s together, and then I get 18. Right? One more practice together, and then I'm going to leave you guys alone for number 5. So here we go. Number 4 says 2 times 6. All right, so 2 times 6, I'm going to make an array that is 2 times 6, or 2 rows of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And another row of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to do another 2 times 6 array. Let's go dark blue this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if you can hear my kids in the background, but they're being loud and crazy. So sorry about that. If I take those two arrays and I stack them on top of each other, the array got longer, not fatter. So remember, longer, not fatter. What does that mean? That means that the two 2's get added together. However, I did not make it fatter, which means it is still 6 across and it doesn't get any bigger than that. So let's figure this out. I know that 2 6's is 12 and 2 6's is 12. The new multiplication equation that I'm getting should go like this. I want to take these 2 6's, I want to take these two 2's right here, and I'm going to add them together because I had 2, and then I added another 2 by sticking that other array here. 2 and 2. Now my array isn't 2 down, it's 4 down. So since my array is 4 down now, I'm going to make that a 4. But what is my new array? Is my new array 12 across? No, it's still just 6 across. My array got longer, not fatter. So 4 down, 6 across is my new array. So I'm going to write that as my new array. Okay, so if 4 times 6 is really just 2 6's and 2 6's, then I should be able to add my 12 and my 12 and get the same number of dots in this brand new array that I've made. 12 and 12 is 24. There should be 24 dots in this new array that I've made. So I'm going to write that, 24. Now it's your turn. If you forget any of these steps, go back and watch the video again. Make sure you first draw your arrays. 2 times 9, 2 times 9. Once you've drawn your arrays, make sure you look carefully notice that your array got longer, not fatter, because you're going to make sure your two arrays stack on top of each other. Once you're done making your arrays, write your new multiplication problem for your new array. Is your array still 2 times 9? Look at it again and check. Figure out what your new array is showing, and then see if you can't find the answer. Remember, you can find the answer of your new array by knowing that 2 times 9 makes blank, 2 times 9 makes blank, and then adding those two together to find the answer of your new one. Give that a shot and see how it goes. I'm going to come back for a part 3 video so we can do the problem solving, the mathematical practice, and the vocabulary check on a separate video.